biology subject of standard 9 NCERT syllabus. As you all know, we are studying chapter number 6, tissues, right? In the previous lectures we have studied about plant tissues, and if you remember, in the last lecture we have studied about the first animal tissue, that is epithelial tissue. Let's recall it. We have studied about simple squamous epithelial tissue, then stratified squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, columnar epithelial tissue, and ciliated columnar epithelial tissue. So this we have studied about the epithelial tissue, means which forms the outer covering of our body. Now, as I told you in the last lecture, today we are going to study about the connective tissues. As I told you, connective tissues means the tissues which connect our whole body, right? So let's study about the connective tissue. We can say that bones, blood are the examples of connective tissue. As the word itself suggests, connective means it connects the various parts of our body. It also connects the various organ system and organs of our body with each other. The cells of these tissues, means the cells of connective tissue, have a large space between them. Means we can say that the intercellular space between these cells, okay, is more. They are embedded in matrix. Means cells are there inside the matrix. This matrix may be a jelly-like substance, it may be a liquid or fluid, or it may be hard solid-like substance. The nature of this matrix depends on the function of various types of tissues. Means different tissues are embedded in different types of matrix, that is solid, fluid, liquid, jelly-like. It depends on their function. So let's study different types of connective tissues one by one. There are total 7 different types of connective tissues, that is blood, bones, ligament, tendon, cartilage, areolar connective tissue, and adipose connective tissue, right? So here let's start with the first connective tissue, that is blood. As we know that blood flows in our whole body, so it connects our body, right? So it is known as connective tissue. It has a fluid matrix. As I told you, some connective tissue have solid matrix, some have fluid matrix. So here there is a fluid, means liquid matrix is there, which is known as plasma. Okay, so plasma is a matrix in which the cells of blood are present. Now you might know which are the cells of blood, right? Yes, that is RBC, red blood cells, WBCs, that is white blood cells, and platelets. These cells are embedded in plasma. These cells, that is RBC, is also known as red blood corpuscles. WBC is also known as white blood corpuscles. So all these are embedded in the fluid matrix known as plasma. Plasma contains proteins, hormones, and salts. So plasma is having proteins, hormones and salts inside it, right? Now, if you remember, we studied about hormones in the 8th standard. Hormones are nothing but the chemicals which are there in our body, and it is produced by different glands and it is directly mixed in the blood of our body, right? So the plasma contains various proteins, hormones and salts. Salts are nothing but the minerals like magnesium, potassium, calcium. Okay, these are present in the plasma. Now, what is the function of blood? Yes, as we know, the blood flows in our body. Okay, it transports various gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen, etc. It also transports the digested food, right? And it transports the hormones and waste from one part or one organ of the body to another organ, right? We must have to remove the waste from our body. So this waste is transported from various body parts to the kidneys, right? So blood transport all this. So this is about the first connective tissue, that is blood. Now let's move towards the second connective tissue, that is bones. So bones has hard matrix. So here we can say that it is having hard matrix. Here it was fluid matrix, right? So bone is having hard matrix, and this matrix is composed of calcium and phosphorus. You may know that whenever we get a fracture, okay, then doctors generally prescribe us to take the calcium medicines, right? He generally told us to drink milk as well as to eat bananas, because milk and bananas are full of calcium. So bones have the hard matrix which is composed of calcium and phosphorus. As we know, the bones are strong, okay, and they are non-flexible tissues. Okay, bones are not flexible. We cannot bend the bones, right? So they are strong and non-flexible. What is the function of these bones? So as we know, the bones make the framework of our body. As I am standing here, it is because of presence of bones. If I remove all the bones from my body, then it is only the heap of muscles. Okay, so bones make the framework of our body. It also anchors the muscles, means it anchors the muscles tightly, right? If the bones are not there, then muscles are very loose and they become a heap of muscle. Our body becomes a heap of muscles, right? Then another function of bone is to support the main organs. We know that by making the framework of our body, bones also support our internal organs. Say for example, brain. Brain is covered in the skull, right? Then our heart and lungs are covered with, yes, you are right, the ribs, right? So like that, bones also support our internal organs. So this is about the bones as connective tissue. Now third connective tissue that we have to study is ligament. So ligament has very little matrix inside it. Okay, it is very elastic and have considerable strength. Means the ligaments are elastic. Okay, they can be pulled, right? So they are elastic and having the strength inside them. What is the function of ligament? The function of ligament is very much important. That is, it connects the bones with bones. Means whenever the two bones are connected, it is because of presence of ligament. You might have heard about the injuries of the sports person. If you are watching cricket or football or any other sports game, then you might have heard that the X person is having injury in his ligament. So ligament is nothing but an elastic tissue which connects one bone with another bone. Right? Now next connective tissue that we are going to study about is tendon. So tendon are fibrous tissues. Okay, they are like fibers and it has a great strength but limited flexibility. Means this tendon are not so flexible. They have strength but they are having very less flexibility. Now what is the function of this tendon? So as the ligament connects one bone with another, the tendon connects the bone with muscles. So function of the tendon is it connects the muscle to the bones. So whenever there is an attachment of a bone with the muscle, the tendon is present. Right? So this is about the fourth connective tissue, that is tendon. Now let's move towards the fifth connective tissue, that is cartilage. Cartilage has widely spaced cells. Means there is so much matrix inside the cartilage. Here the matrix is solid. So it has solid matrix which is composed of proteins and sugars. So the matrix which is there inside the cartilage, okay, it is made up of proteins and sugars. What is the function of cartilage? So it smoothens the bone's surface. So whenever there are two bones, okay, there is presence of ligament. But whenever the bone is present, the surface becomes smoothened because of presence of cartilage. Even we can say that cartilage is present in our ears, in our nose, in the trachea as well as larynx. So we can say that this is cartilage. Cartilage is flexible but it is not as strong as bones. We cannot bend the bones but we can bend the cartilage. So cartilage is present here in the ears, here in the nose as well as in the larynx and trachea. Now let's study the next connective tissue, that is areolar connective tissue. It is found between the skin and muscles. So this connective tissue is found between the skin and muscles. Between the skin and muscles, areolar connective tissues are present. They are also found around the blood vessels and nerves. We know that different blood vessels are there, that is the arteries, capillaries and veins. Okay, so they are present around the blood vessels and nerves, and they are also present in the bone marrow. Inside the bone marrow we can find out the areolar connective tissue. Now what is the function of this areolar connective tissue? The function is it supports the internal organs. We have various internal organs like stomach, small intestine, heart, lungs, kidneys. Okay, so areolar connective tissue supports this internal organs, and it also helps in repairing of the various tissues, right? So this is the function of areolar connective tissue. Now next connective tissue is adipose connective tissue. The fat globules, okay, are stored in the tissues, which is known as adipose connective tissue. It is found below the skin and between the internal organs. This adipose connective tissue is found below the skin, right, and between the internal organs. If there is a space between the small intestine and large intestine, then that space is filled with this adipose connective tissue. In common language, we can say that adipose connective tissue is made up of fat globules. So, if we have fat in our body, then it is stored in adipose connective tissue. The cells are filled with fat globules, right? And what is the function of it? It is acting as an insulator. Means we know that we have heat inside our body. So if we have fat in our body, then this heat does not go out in the surroundings because of presence of adipose connective tissue, because it acts like an insulator. Insulator means any object which do not allow the heat to pass, right? So this adipose connective tissue do not allow our body heat to pass in the surroundings. So this is all for today's lecture. In the next lecture, we are going to study about the muscular tissue. Till then, be at home, be safe. Thank you.
आभार।